Good afternoon and welcome to Industry's weekly video news bulletin, Play Print21, from the people who know print. This week's issue is sponsored by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest distributor of printable materials and consumables. The big news in the industry this week, and in every industry, has been COP26, the climate conference that's just taken place in Glasgow. The Australian government has committed net zero by 2050, a date which is likely to move forward. So what does it mean for the printing industry? It will mean the print industry will face increasing demands to show its environmental credentials. However, industry leaders say print is already well advanced in the transition to a sustainable industry and is increasingly able to show the market its carbon emissions are rapidly declining. With the government unlikely to mandate action, drives to reducing the industry's carbon footprint will come from the industry itself and the market, a move which has actually been underway for the past 20 years, but which will now be turbocharged. Eco-credentials will likely become, along with price, service and quality, part of the matrix of printing tenders, and in fact it's already the case for many jobs, particularly those from government and corporate print buyers. Walter Kuhn, president of the Employers Association PBECA, said, "Print's already way ahead. Many printers have all or some of their power coming from solar, and power is what COP26 was mainly about. I would imagine," says Kuhn, "there are no other industries that use as much solar power as print." PBCA, in fact, will soon sign off on a new version of its sustainable green print programme. Kelly Northwood, CEO of the Real Media Collective, said print can be proud of its environmental record. Very few industries have reinvented themselves to the extent that print has. Print has a great environmental story and one that we need to get out there in the mass of misinformation that exists. Northwood identified carbon mapping for print businesses and a campaign against claims that print means deforestation as two key planks in TRMC's sustainable programme in the new year. Meanwhile, print businesses themselves are increasingly moving to carbon neutrality. Coleman's Print, for instance, has just joined the growing number switching to solar power. Label Makers has just reached 130 tonnes of spent glass liner saved from landfill thanks to its innovative recycling. Melbourne-based print business Lithocraft has enabled Arnott's Group to shift all of its new point-of-sale displays across grocery and convenience channels to 100% recycled alternatives. The new Arnott's displays, developed in partnership with Lithocraft, will replace the regular plastic clips with 100% recyclable paper clips made from a durable compressed paper. That alone will save 25 tonnes of plastic going to landfill each year. The displays will also use a soluble varnish instead of laminates to allow greater recyclability, enabling it to recycle over 1 million pieces of cardboard, saving much of what would previously have ended up in landfill. The outdoor media industry is moving towards carbon neutrality in 2022, with the industry set to calculate the carbon output of out-of-home campaigns and give advertisers a chance to offset and reduce the carbon impact of their media spend. Outdoor print media is already pioneering a sustainable pathway. Cactus Imaging, for instance, has a recyclable banner material, and a new PVC banner stock such as Cavalan are becoming available. There's plenty of other news on the Print21.com.au website this week, including Adelaide-based design and print services company Created2Print buying traditional long-standing small commercial printer Clare Print, along with selected assets. Clare Print is based in Clare, 2 hours north of Adelaide. The new owners will continue to base the business there. National narrow web print provider OnPack has enhanced its digital operations by upgrading to the latest Screen L350 UV SAI inkjet series automated label production system. Heidelberg sold the 1,000th unit of its universal press, the CX104, 6 months after its launch, as the company rides what it says is surging demand from printers in the post-COVID world. Rival press giant Koenig & Bauer has launched a new generation of its large format Repeater 145 and Repeater 164 sheet-fed offset presses aimed at packaging and display printers. That's it for this week's issue of Play Print21. Go to print21.com.au for all these stories and more. Thanks to our sponsor Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest distributor of printable materials and consumables. This is Wayne Robinson signing off. Stay safe, go green. That's it for this week.